there should be no male coaches when it comes to driving. There should be only women coaches.
Why is that?
Yes, this may sound a little, it may ruffle a few feathers, but no, women teachers, women when it comes to coaching, they bring different things to the table. There's a certain kind of understanding and empathy that they bring into the way they shape future drivers. I mean, no male coach, you cannot, it's not possible. They don't have that emotional bandwidth. The men don't.
Hi, welcome to Gen Seasoned. I'm Anuradha and I'm speaking today to Seema Sinha, the only woman driving coach in North India and also a Mrs. India winner of the beauty pageant in 2023. So welcome Seema, great talking to you again.
Thank you so much, Anuradha. Glad to be back.
Yeah. So we spoke the last time for my individual podcast, that's Swishing Mindsets. And, we talked about your entire journey and how you got into this. This is more, focused on being seasoned since you're both over 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember telling somebody the other day about this and they were like, what? I'm just turning 50. So I'm in that bracket. So, because 50 feels young, middle-aged, something.
Of course, of course. I think more than that, it's deeper, it's profound.
Yeah.
Being on the other side of 50, yes.
Yeah, but you're not sure that you're really old yet, but then suddenly, you realize that you're grouped in that bracket. And it's actually true because, job offers start drying up and you yourself in your head, your priorities are shifting, your body's telling you something, people look at you a certain way, you maybe start looking at yourself a certain way. So we'll talk about all that, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, starting with, you being a driving coach. So let's start from the very beginning that, when you were in a career, when you were younger and then you were a homemaker, you brought up your 3 daughters who are grown up now and you share lovely reels on Insta and Facebook, which I'm following all the time. And, then again, finding a career path in your 40s and later, what was the difference? What were you looking for in now when you, came back to the workforce?
That's a very interesting question, Anuradha, because, I have argued with myself a lot of times, why did I give it all up back then? And I should have continued and I would have reached, maybe there would have been a rise in my career and I would have been doing very well. But then stepping back, and if I looking back, I feel that it was good that I gave up all of that, many decades ago. I mean, 2 decades ago, basically, because my younger self used to be a lot more messed up in my head. I was a little more ambitious, and I was all over the place, and I wanted to do everything all at once. And the result being that there was a lot of mediocrity in whatever I chose to do, and the ability to compartmentalize, the ability to approach things with a sorted mind, all of that wasn't there. And starting late has had its own advantages in the sense that there is more clarity and there is more patience now. And that has helped me it has helped me in a tremendous way. And because now the fear of being judged or the pressure of trying to prove yourself, all of this has, I approach it in a very different way now. So that pressure of being judged is not there anymore. And the pace is more steady, it's calmer. And that's what I think time has a way of sharpening and softening your perspectives, which is what has happened to me. And earlier, I think if I had started my career and not given it up in the early years, it would have been more about me, myself, and my career. It would have been very self-centered. Now it comes with a purpose, and when you show up, there's a change in the way you show up when you have a purpose. And so I feel starting late has its own advantages.
Yeah, it's really nice that you mentioned purpose because I'm seeing a lot of people, who, because when traditional jobs dry up or it doesn't inspire you anymore, it can happen both ways. Yeah.
There's one thing I want to add. Even giving back to society that instinct comes later with age. And
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's it. And even breaking stereotypes or shattering any kind of myth comes easy with an advanced age. It's easier.
You can see it clearer, like you said, no? You can see that, okay, I can do this. I can be a driving coach.
Yes.
Initially, the path seems clear. Maybe it's easier to see, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. And the other thing, what you said about purpose, and I remember interviewing you the last time, and
Mhm.
you were, trying to figure out, what to do, and
Yeah. Lost soul.
yeah, and you didn't. Finally, you realize that you have this skill and you love driving, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of us, uh, we have a lot of skills, a set of
Mhm.
skills which we don't realize that can translate into some other career,
Of course. Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
that's yeah.
Yeah,
So
that clarity also came with time and with age. Yes, and I
yeah.
was able to monetize my passion. I mean, this is one level which I don't think many people are able to kind of achieve
Yes,
because,
absolutely.
yeah, and when you love what you do, it ceases to be work. And I have been able to crack that code. So, yes, I'm a very happy and content person that way.
Yeah, because you don't see that skill. Like maybe you're a baker part-time
Yes,
and you don't realize that, oh,
yes.
I can do this. So
Even though there's a lot of pressure, there's a lot of mental and physical stamina that I need for the kind of job I do, the
yeah.
kind of alertness I need, because there's a lot of risk there's a lot of risk involved. I'm taking responsibility of somebody's life, somebody's very expensive property on four wheels. So my alertness is perpetually on high beam. So it is a very high pressure job. But then, like I said, once you start enjoying what you do, it ceases to be work.
Yes, absolutely. I think even the last time when we were talking and we realized that we're actually working even
Yeah.
right now, but it didn't feel like that.
Yeah.
So I know about your career as a driving coach. We've spoken before, but a lot of people don't. So maybe tell us a little about how you came upon it, and with taxi and how it's been. And
Mhm.
as a driving coach, how do you teach? Because I remember you telling me it was all very interesting.
Yeah.
So tell us.
This is not like the other traditional driving schools. It's a complete shift in that sense. Here we teach you on your own car, and the philosophy behind it being that when you do everything from A to Z on your own, the results are guaranteed and they are more effective. Whereas with the other driving schools, they are training with the dual control system, and it's the trainer who does most of the things, and the trainee feels he or she is being trained, but none of that is happening. And once the training ends, they find themselves at sea, which is why this method, and it's a very scientific approach towards driving towards this kind of coaching, and there's a lot of study that has gone behind it. So, and more than that, it has a lot to do with psychology. It has teaching them the technical part becomes probably just 20% of the entire training. 80% is clearing all those blockages in the head, and centuries of maybe conditioning or decades of conditioning. Those are the things that I'm dealing with. Once you have that in place, then the rest becomes easy, and that's a huge job. That's a lot of work, working on
Yeah.
somebody's mind, and even it even you also have to teach them to be able to take instructions, because this is an instruction-based manual entirely. So even that has to be taught, because not everybody is the same, and they all come from various backgrounds and various mindsets. To be able to handle that, yes, it requires a deeper understanding of human behavior and where they are coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell me, give me some examples of, clients or people that you've coached. And tell me that, being seasoned or experienced, does that come into play? You've been a parent, so
Of course, it
all
does.
that helps. Yeah. Hmm.
Yes. So I deal with people from maybe 18 to 85 years of age. So I have taught an 82-year-old, 83-year-old, and all these different ages, they require different approaches. So if I'm training somebody who's between 18 to 25, then it's a completely different approach, because these are Gen Z, that's what you call them. Yeah, with
I
short
think so.
attention
Yeah, yeah.
spans. Yeah, with short attention spans, and it's difficult to get them involved and be serious about what they're doing, because they really don't know what they're getting into. And as compared to somebody who's middle aged, maybe 30 plus, between 30 to 45, they are a different lot. And again, dealing with them according to every different set of age brings different thought processes, and I approach them accordingly. And yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah, tell me some of the challenges that or some of the whatever challenges or some interesting experiences, that's there for you.
Every client comes with its own, with his or her own set of challenges. And the most difficult to crack is the mindset, the fear or the anxiety or whatever they've been, whatever the story is that they are not behind the wheel, dealing with that story. So every trainee is unique, every client is unique. And the most challenging is to bring that shift in mindset to changing from fear to making them courageous, and the spontaneity and everything, and basically shunning whatever crap that has been fed into their heads. So like for instance, 70-year-old, I mean, where the biggest challenge is training people who are above 70, because they are like, the world has told them that where is the need now? You're 70, 80, what is the need to drive? And I have to tell them that why not? If it enhances the quality of your life, then why not? And and then there are challenges with the physically the disabled people. I have trained the autistic adults with some
Yeah.
kind of intellectual disability that comes with its own set of challenges. So I guess every one coming to me, there's a huge battle that needs to be won with
Yeah.
each one of them. And if I were to, narrate every incident in every client, it's going to take probably 12 hours or 13 hours, because the stories are so interesting. Probably I'll write about all of them someday.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. You should write about it. And
Yeah.
people can just follow your Instagram handle. I think you share so much,
Yes,
especially
yes.
that victory dance you do.
Yes, that seems to be a rage, and people like it a lot. I mean, they start asking about it once I do not post the victory dance.
Yeah, yeah, even
So
I
I
look for
guess,
it. It's really fun.
yes.
Tell me, how do you pick the song? Whatever's trending, or how is it? Even the
So
outfits, because you guys, like, I think
yes, we
twinning,
try
most of
and
them are twinning, yeah.
yeah, so we try and make it visually appealing, and we do not go out of our way to make those efforts. I mean, there are certain colors that we try to coordinate, certain styles that we try to coordinate, and I always go by what my client wants to wear. So I will wear what she wants to wear. So it's as simple as that. And as far as choosing songs and reels is concerned, I am very much into music. I love dancing. I love music. And more than that, I feel these victory dances are, they're an expression of unfiltered, pure joy. And it was born out of, when my firstborn, she won the gold medal, and in school. That was the time when I broke into a very spontaneous dance there with a crowd of people, and everybody was watching me. I didn't even realize I was doing that. That was expression of pure joy and nothing else. And I often thought that why people don't express this kind of joy, and why do they think so much? Why breaking into a dance, irrespective of whether you know how to dance or not? That's not the idea. We are not performing. It's not a stage. There's no Indian Idol. There's no Anu Malik sitting and judging us. So it just creates a memory, and probably 10 years down the line, they'll look back and they'll say कि अच्छा हम नाचते थे, आप नाचते थे जब आप गाड़ी चलाना सीखने के बाद. So
Yeah.
it's just that, and it
Yeah,
clicked
I
with
don't know
me.
where we lose that joy. The other day, I got into the lift and there was this little kid, she was ready to go to school. And
Yeah.
she's just jumping up and down for no reason.
See.
And when we got out of the lift and she was still
Yes.
jumping up and down and so happy.
Yeah.
And apparently for no reason.
Exactly
Because,
the point that
yeah,
I'm trying to make. Why
yeah,
do you have to lose that as when you become an adult? Why?
really. And there's nothing odd about a child jumping and looking happy, but it kind of made my morning
Yeah.
because you're just
There's
rushing
no
and I'm,
limits to it. Yes, and
yeah,
that's what the victory dance is all
yeah,
about.
yeah.
So many of
And
them, they don't know how to dance. I end up being looking funny in so many videos, but then that's not the idea,
that's
really.
not the idea, really,
Like,
really.
yeah, it's
I
like,
end up watching it twice. First, I watch you, then I watch the other person, then I.
that's
Yeah,
great to hear. That's so
yeah.
sweet.
It's really fun. It's really
It
nice.
is, it is. And
Yeah,
making those videos is so much fun. We
yeah.
laugh a lot, we giggle a lot. It's such a beautiful memory that we're
Hmm.
creating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly. So tell me, I can see that a lot of Gen Z, like we said, and Gen Z, I think they're much reviled and we keep making fun of them and all that stuff. But I really somehow, I mean, I've got nieces who are Gen Z, I think. and I'm not very sure yet about what age bracket that is. But I come across a lot of young people, and they're pretty nice people, you know.
Of course, there's
Yeah.
so
So
much to
what's your
learn from
experience?
them.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. See, I would say that humans are humans, irrespective of age. They all need to be understood. They all need to be appreciated. That's all there is to it. And if you start looking them with that lens that you are older and they are younger and everything about them starts to irritate you, I mean, that's not really the way. And it's for me, it's very seamless, because I have friends from 15 to 85 years of age, and for me, it's a very seamless transition. It's all about understanding human behavior, being a little empathetic, and being a little, perceptive. That's all it requires, and there's nothing really more to it. And as far as the younger generation is required, yes, they have, all this Insta generation has shorter attention spans, like I said earlier, and it gets a little difficult to deal with them. But then I use a lot of humor and laughter. That is my go-to thing always. And if you can laugh heartily with the younger lot, it's a huge battle that you won, because they are always looking at you. They are scanning you for boredom, or maybe you're coming up with some kind of trauma stories which they are least interested in. And once you understand how they think, how they approach, and they are quite a sweet. I mean, they're a very fine lot.
Yeah, absolutely. And this
By
word
and large,
trauma you used, I think we are using it
yes,
more now because it's more in currency.
yes. You
Our
don't have to be a
generation,
sissy auntie. You just don't have to be aunties with them, and they are
yeah, you
just
don't have to be. That's what I
yes,
realized. Because in
yes.
my last job when I was working, I used to get along a lot with these, 20-year-olds, 22, 23.
Yes.
And I was like, listen, I mean, I can't be friends with so many 22-year-olds,
Yes, yes.
because actually friends, you're not just mentoring them or something. They're very mature, they're fun.
But
So,
that's also an art, I believe, because
hmm,
somewhere, you have to package it in a way that they don't cross the line either. Because respect, you can't
yeah,
force respect on them. It has to come naturally, and that
yes.
depends on how you are dealing with them.
Absolutely. I
So those
think you
boundaries
have to
also
earn
have to
your
be set.
you have to
Yes,
earn your respect with this
yes,
generation. Yeah.
yes. And
Yeah.
then it all becomes very easy. The thing
Yeah.
is, just laugh a lot and crack jokes, and there are situational jokes, and humor is also has to be understood. I mean, you have to know what kind of humor is going to land with them. That is also very
Yeah,
important.
yeah. Very true.
So,
Very true.
and yeah,
No, and
and
slowly.
self-deprecating humor works best. The
Yeah,
easiest to connect with
absolutely.
anybody, irrespective of age. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but how do you stay in touch, with the younger generation? Like you've got daughters, and how do
Yeah.
there are so many things that are new, right? The lingo, like I see these memes and I
Yes.
don't understand,
Yes.
Like my
Yes.
niece says W, and I'm like, what's W? So apparently it's
Yeah.
win or
Six and
something.
seven. There's something called six and
Six,
seven.
seven, sixes and sevens. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
read so much about it, It's funny because our generation, we go deep diving and reading articles on everything.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know it's something very silly, but I'm reading these long articles on what is six and seven, But it's very interesting, the entire thing. Even this skibbity, whatever they have that, So,
Yeah, and
so yeah,
just connecting with the younger lot, being a mother of three girls who are at different ages, it has made my job a lot easier, because my three girls are three different individuals, and I have to deal with them according to how they are,
yeah,
and there's always a shift in how I'm interacting with the first one or the second one or the third one, and that quite kind of helps me a lot,
yeah.
in understanding in my understanding of the younger lot. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you also have to take interest, be curious, and
Of course,
all
yeah.
that, right?
I
Yeah.
ask them a lot of questions. More than driving, it's a lot of talking that we do. And that is kind of, that's how you break the ice. And then there are so many things they end up sharing with me, which probably they have not shared with anyone else. So, you draw them into it. And instead of nagging them or trying to preach them, so I don't give sermons.
Yeah.
That's, and that really works.
Yeah. Sermons won't work either, I think.
Sermons don't work. They
Yeah.
don't work at any age, actually. Yes, you
Any
have to
age.
just
Yeah,
package
yeah.
them a little differently.
Yeah. We
And
act
that's
like we
what I
were very
do.
different, but I don't think we really
And my
were.
daughters teach me a lot
Yeah.
that way. Yes, I mean, there's a role reversal. They are more in my older two daughters. They are more of a mother to me than I am to them. So,
Oh, how sweet. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, Seema, when the question of age, So, how old does one feel? Do you feel whatever age you are, like 50, 52, whatever, do you feel that on the, in our times there's a song like, 18 till I die. And or
Mhm.
is age at all a factor? Do you at all think about it?
That is such an interesting question, such an impressive question, and I hope I'm able to come up with an equally impressive answer. But yes, age. Uh, I think of age very differently, Anuradha. Uh, so I think age is situational. Like if it's ageless, is how I like to think about it. See, when it comes to physical beauty, all of it is eventually going to fade. No amount of anti-aging creams and meditation and hydration is going to really help. Eventually, it is all going to, it comes with an expiry date. It will go away. But when I say ageless, I mean the mindset. Like for me, I can party like a 21-year-old. I can be as focused and serious like a 35-year-old, ambitious like a 35-year-old. I can be a little recluse at 40. I like a 40-year-old. I can dig deep into philosophy like a 55-year-old when life starts throwing uncomfortable questions. I can be a little wiser as a 65-year-old. I can behave like a 75-year-old when I can choose my own battles and uh, decide what requires my energy and what does not. So for me, age is a fluid thing. And these are different versions of yourself. And as long as you can tap into these versions, I think putting a number to it doesn't make much sense. So I can be the quieter one, I can be the naughty one, I can be the loud one, I can be the cheap one, I can be a non-conformist, which by and large defines me, and I can be the reflective one. All into it depends on where I am and what kind of if I can summon those different versions of myself, basically. So age, putting a number to it, I really don't believe in it because I have seen very dull and boring 25-year-olds, and I have seen very energetic 65 and 70-year-olds change in the, so this is how I think about age. I mean, you cannot put it into a bracket.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's how I
beautiful.
have been.
Mm. So you're
Yeah.
like, we are actually the way you're putting it, we're like everything all at once.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And
And it's
there's
true, we
another thing
have
that,
bits of what we were at different points in our life and maybe
yes.
even what we are going to be. So,
Yes. वो अंदर का बच्चा कभी नहीं मरना चाहिए. That's
नहीं,
very,
वो नहीं
very
होना चाहिए.
important.
Yeah, we have to take joy in the little things and,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
like
So
that.
age is a very fluid thing.
Yeah, it is, it is. That's
Yeah.
true.
Very
And
situational for me.
yeah, but tell me, things do change. Like, as when you turn 40, you stop caring
Yeah.
about what people think. When you're
Yeah.
50, it's not even a factor.
Yes.
So those
Yes.
things do happen. So have you felt that?
Of course, I have. Like I said, with age comes a little, you're more steady, you are calmer, you don't fret too much about what people are thinking about you, and you are able to, there's a huge shift in perspectives. It basically helps you at so many levels. Uh, just being a better person, all that noise in the head kind of dies down, and you're able to sift through all the noise. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really great.
Yeah. With age comes, of course, the biological thing is there. You do
Yeah.
tend to get tired too soon, and then there is all of things of the hormonal changes that are happening. And for that, I really feel that you just need to take little steps and take care of yourself because self care is very important, and of course, your health is very important. And more than that, the mental health. I mean, they work together.
Yeah.
And once you devote a certain amount of time of your day to it, I think it all kind of works out,
Yeah. So
which
what
is
is
what.
what is your self-care routine? Because I can see that, you're mentally fit, physically fit. I mean, that's what it looks like. So do you have a self-care routine or what is
I
it?
do. I do. It's like I cannot manage more than 4 times a week. But yes, I do a bit of yoga and I do a bit of strength training. And then I do not diet. I do not watch what I eat. I don't think I've ever done that in my entire life. So in fact, I eat only simple food. I'm a fan of carbs and fats. No proteins for me. But then, yes, moderation is the key, and that is what I follow. So, but then yes, consistency is what works better. And when it comes to my exercise regimen, I don't lose sleep over it. But then yes, I try and be a little regular. So even if it means doing yoga at midnight, at 12 o'clock in the night, I will do it. So that earnestness and that kind of seriousness is required. Other than that, I don't think there is much to it.
Yeah, I
Like
get
I said, it's all
moderation.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Even mentally, I mean, you're teaching, so obviously, and you're teaching driving, so that keeps you
Yeah.
alert, right? That keeps you alert
Yes.
and
Yes.
focused. But
And
otherwise,
mingling
you,
with,
hmm,
yes, and also mingling with the different kinds of people, because I don't work in an office where day in and out I'm working with the same set of people. My client changes every 10 days. Every 10 days there's a new person, new teachings, new lessons, new approaches. That's how it is for me. So that's the best thing that I like about my job, that I'm not stuck with a certain set of people. It keeps changing, and that helps me in my growth a lot. Yeah.
yeah. So when
So,
it's a new client every 10 days, how is it? Do you feel butterflies in your stomach? Is it
of course.
excitement?
Yes, yes. It's like, stage fright. They say that stage fright is for real.
Yeah.
When it's my first day with a new trainee, of course, I feel the jitters and I feel everything as to, no, that nervousness is real. But then it calms down once you start the sessions. But yes, in the beginning, of course, I feel that. It's not easy. I mean, that person is a complete stranger to me. I don't know how he or she is. And since the job itself requires so much risk, and so to be able to deal with that, and there are so many who are not very good at receiving, and they come with a whole set of, and there are so many who come with a lot of anger issues as well. There are these women who come with, almost drowning in misery, and they have their own tale. So yeah, it's not easy, and I have to tune myself all over again with every new client. Yeah.
So how do you calm yourself down? Like if you're feeling anxious in the beginning, just before a new session, or you findings, because each person is new, each situation is new,
Yeah.
so it can be throw up new challenges, right? Each time. So in the moment, or even before you enter the situation, is there anything that you tell yourself?
So I have become a better person than I used to be, right? So my entire thought process has gone a tremendous change. When I approach somebody, and that anxiety, it is inside me. None of that is visible. I am able to handle that. So because if I am anxious and if I am fearful, then it defeats the entire purpose, because I believe in transferring the fearlessness, that kind of energy, to my client, which is what I do. And calming myself is not an issue anymore. There's a huge shift in perspective, which makes me observe and be silent for the few minutes. And in those initial minutes, you know, uh, I'm able to chalk a plan out of how to approach the person. Like I said, I'm very perceptive, and I understand patterns. I understand human behavior, which takes all of 5 to 10 minutes for me to kind of understand everything and very deeply. So that makes my job much easier. And of course, that has come with age and experience.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, really, because then you're really tuned into the person and the moment,
Yes,
right? Because
yes.
yeah,
Barely 10 minutes. Like I say, it's a very seamless transition for me, whether it is an 18-year-old or a 75-year-old or anyone thrown in between. It
yeah.
becomes easy.
Mm.
Yes.
But it also sounds like a discipline, you've got a certain, I won't call it strategy, but it's a discipline of how you go into it and, focus on the person, focus on the job, and like you
Yes.
said, you keep your, you don't let it show,
Yes.
if you're feeling
Yes.
something, you don't let that
Yes.
show
I
because it's
don't.
all about the other person. Yeah.
Yes. And for me, connecting and communicating has never been an issue. So I
Yeah.
connect instantly, maybe just 2 or 3 minutes, and I'm like there. So, and
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. This is the skill, right? That you could drive and you're good at communicating with people. So put those
yes,
together and you become a great driving coach. So
yes. And it took about 2.5 decades for me to realize that I
yeah,
had
yeah,
all of this in me.
absolutely. So as you're aging or growing, you don't realize what skills you're adding,
Yes,
to
yes,
yourself. Yeah,
absolutely.
fantastic.
All of that is coming in handy now. All these 25 years that I was sitting at home, bringing up my children and facing challenges of different kind, that have shaped me into a person that I
Yeah,
am today. Yeah.
yeah. That's really nice.
So, like I said, starting late is so much better.
Yeah, because then you do what you really want to do, no? You're not stuck in
Yes,
a rut.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's true. So tell me, Seema, finally this question of, this
Yeah.
it's been going on forever, like dressing one's age. And I can see that it's
Ah,
becoming less now. It's becoming less,
yes.
but I think it's probably still there.
No, it's still very much there. Yes.
So tell me, what do you have to say
This
about
question, it first makes me laugh and then I'll sigh. It's like, I'll tell you how it all goes. First of all, who decides that appropriate dressing? Because I have seen like from 14 to 18, women get to hear, no, you're too young, you're still a growing up girl, you should be careful about how you dress. Then you turn 25 and 30 and you're like maybe married or something, and why are you dressing up in this acha nahi lagta, because you should look like a dulhan maybe. And once you have children, already you're struggling with bodies. Nahi, abhi bhi acha nahi lagta. You should not. I don't think you should. You should tone down your dressing. Once you turn 40, 45, you're like your children are of that age. They are supposed to be fashionable. You are not supposed to be as a mom. You should again tone it down a little. Then you turn 50 and 60, and at 50 they say, why are you still dressing up like a youngster? Then at 60, 70, you're a grandmom and you're supposed to be, all the more. So my question is, भाई कब पहने जब मर जाएंगे तब पहनेंगे because there is no right age to wear any kind of clothes. And I feel woman is such a beautiful creation. We have endless styling, ways of styling, colors and textures. We can play around with so many outfits. It's a privilege that women have. And why not? Why is that? Why is there anything called age appropriate? You should dress according to your age. I feel that that's the last thing that should come to anybody's mind, because it's more about, I feel, your presence, the person you are, the way you are conducting yourself. That is more important. The person that walks into the room. And clothes, I think. There's too much noise about all the clothes, and I feel it's very, very useless. And one thing that we shouldn't get into, and मुझे तो लगता है मरने के बाद ही पहनना चाहिए, whatever
I
you
like that. मतलब पहनेंगे कब? Because from
कब
childhood
पहनेंगे.
to मतलब बुढ़ापा,
Yes,
everybody is like ये मत
yes,
पहनो, ये मत
yes.
पहनो, really.
And what is
हाँ.
wrong in women choosing what they want to wear? If somebody wants to be glamorous, so be it. And there's also this thing about, is there a certain body type that you should dress up according to your body type? Now, my question here is, if there is a woman who is bulky or who is obese, how long should she wait to become thin? And why can't she wear a dress? Because every woman deep inside wants to look good, wants to wear different kind of outfits, and that body type shouldn't be a limiting factor. Once in a while, if she wants to dress up in a dress that according to others doesn't look good on her, why don't you let that person have her moment now than waiting for someday when she feels that she can wear that dress? So I feel it is very sweet, in fact, to see women experimenting with dresses and not letting their body type or anybody else, instructing them on how they should go about it. So it should be a very fluid thing again.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you? Like, did your dressing change? Did it go through any stages? Is there any point where you realize that I'm going to do what I want, or were you always just doing whatever you wanted?
If you ask me personally, right from the age of 15, I had been asked that, why are you wearing this? That question, I think at different stages, people have been pointing out that, don't you think this is a little too bold? Or don't you think you should, not wear this? So I have been struggling with this ever since. And like I said, I'm a non-conformist. For me, it's my comfort, my ease. And if I always felt that if I'm respectful and if I'm conducting myself in a particular way, how do the clothes come in between? And if I'm all covered up and I don't know how to conduct myself, I am disrespectful. For you, is it going to be like, no, but thank God you're covered up and you're wearing a decent outfit? I mean, it is so simple. The choice is so simple. I can be dressed up in the way I want, but if if I know how to carry myself and if that confidence is there, then how is it an issue? So
Exactly.
I really don't care. I love dressing up. I've always loved glamour. And so, yeah, I don't think twice ever. And I don't mind all the eyes and the questionable looks. which which kind of have decreased with age. People have just started accepting me the way I am. In fact, it has turned into, because I kept at it, I think it has now turned into praise.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of positive things that I get to hear about my dressing. So, and even if I don't care.
Yeah, I think the not caring is key,
Yeah.
really. You should
Yes. And
not.
you have to leave it to the woman eventually. I mean, most women know when to dress up and how to dress up, and they really, it's the problem starts when you start telling them. I think it's just a very small percentage of women who would not know, but 98, 99%, I mean, it's an evolved species. What are you trying to tell them?
Yeah, I think that's the point, people trying to control and tell people women what to do, what to wear. It just
Wild
comes down to
thing.
that.
Yeah, yeah. And the sad part is that, men walk in much later into the scene. It's the women running down women. There's so much
Yeah,
lack of
yeah,
support.
that's true. I agree.
Yeah, there's a bro
Yeah,
code that works with men, and unfortunately, it doesn't work that much with
yeah,
women.
we're the
And I
first ones to judge another woman.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's very sad.
Yeah, we should. That's a nice note to end on. Other women should, support other women, really.
Yes, I mean, the
Mm.
clothes, of course, it matters how you show up, and you should take care of your appearance. That is very, very important. But
Yeah.
then telling them about how and what to wear, that's the
No, and I think there's a certain joy when somebody walks into the room, like when I see your dance videos going back to that, and you're dressed
yeah.
a certain way, and your whatever dance companion is dressed a certain way. There's a certain joy in it. So it's not
Yes,
really
of
about the
course.
clothes, is what you're conveying, and
Yes.
it's
That's the
that's the
dumbest
point.
thing that we have normalized.
Yeah.
Clothes, age
Mm.
appropriate.
Age appropriate, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything which is age appropriate in your life, or you think that something should be age appropriate, or should we just get rid of that term itself?
I think we should get rid of that term
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah. So as we get more seasoned, I think it's time to just junk that term, really.
I have seen 70-year-olds, their behavior becoming very unbecoming.
Yeah.
So I really don't think that it works that way.
Yeah.
Not at all. There's no such thing as age appropriate. Not at all.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Seema. What's next for you? I haven't asked you that.
What's next for me?
Yeah.
Apart from my driving, coaching, and everything.
Yeah, anything in that or
So
otherwise, yeah.
yes, I'm looking forward to a lot of travel. That's one thing that I've always wanted to do, and I have never been able to do that. So looking forward to that. I have my own travel group. I have a girl gang, and we go hang out a lot. So that's one thing that I keep looking forward to, and that's the only thing that I want to do other than being a driving coach.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's great to have, be master of your own time and, plan things accordingly.
Nothing teaches you better than travel. That's your biggest
I
teacher.
agree. I agree.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'm a new person also every day I wake up. I want to do all the weird things. I want to do funny things. I want to do serious things. So yeah,
Yeah.
no agenda as such.
Yeah. I think it's good to listen to our inner voice, right? When you wake up
Yeah.
every morning and see what
Yes.
kind of person
I
you are.
do aspire to raise a team of women coaches though.
Okay.
Yes, that's one thing that I'm really thinking about because there's a quiet revolution that I'm working on that there should be no male coaches when it comes to driving. There should be only women coaches.
Why is that?
Yes, this may sound a little, it may ruffle a few feathers, but
Mm.
no, women teachers, women, when it comes to coaching, they bring different things to the table. There's a certain kind of understanding and empathy that they bring into the way they shape future drivers. I mean, no male coach, you cannot, it's not possible. They don't have that emotional bandwidth. The men
Mm.
don't. And this is not running down men, but this is one job that they are not cut out for at all. Yeah, that's a huge myth. So going forward, yes, I hope to raise a team of women coaches that will change the entire thing. And this is an area which is not being addressed and which is not being talked about.
Yeah.
And, yes, because everybody can drive. There is nobody who can't drive. And you need a woman to drive that point home. Males cannot, men cannot.
Yeah. I think
It's a
you're
little,
driving that point home very well right now as well. So,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
sounds fantastic, like a tribe of women, driving coaches.
Coaches, yes.
Yeah.
And we don't have women coaches in the country.
Mm.
There aren't any.
Yeah.
So
Great.
that is one thing, yes.
Mm.
It will
Great.
change the entire face of this industry.
Yeah.
And I'm already working towards that.
That's awesome. Maybe the next time we speak, you would have done
Yeah,
it.
yes. This kind of empowerment nobody is talking about. There's a
Yeah.
huge There's so much of noise about women empowerment in all spheres, but nobody seems to be talking about this. And a very underrated thing. It needs to be brought to the forefront, and only women are capable of doing that, not men.
Yeah,
And I don't know how it all started, how this domain was captured by men. I don't understand this. This was meant to be a woman thing.
yeah, I like how you put that it is just naturally
Yes.
meant to be a woman's job. Yeah.
And even in education, I mean, we have mostly when we grow up, we only have female teachers, right? We have very few teachers
Yeah.
at school level and even
True,
at
true.
university level. So that is the point that I'm trying to make. And for driving, I can say with conviction, it is one thing that men should just step back. They are not made for it. Not at all. Yeah.
That's great. I hope whoever's listening in, they realize that this is a career
I'm going to
option.
repeat it in every of my interview, all my talks and everything, that please push back.
I'll also put it out there. Yeah.
You'll be doing a great service to you to humanity, not just to women. Step back. Let women take the front seat. Things about pakka auntie hi hogi. अरे तो disaster ही है if it's a woman behind the wheel. देखो मैंने कहा था ये औरत ही होगी. You know, these kind of things, they are so uncalled for and they're so untrue. You know, so nothing to do with gender at all. So these things need to be shouted from the rooftop.
Yeah, so men should step back and let women be.
I'll do it in the field that I am in. I don't really wish to barge into every area and say that no, it's a woman thing, it's a woman thing, it's not a man thing. I'm talking only about driving specifically.
Yeah.
We don't have men coaches at all.
No, and you're saying if you made a valid point, even when it comes to education, and this is kind of being an educator, right?
Yes.
It's a lot of women.
There are mostly women, the majority are women.
Great, Seema. Good food for thought. Thank you. Thank you. Great talking to you.
Same here, Anuradha. It's always a pleasure talking to you. Such a huge conversationalist. And I wish we could go on and on, but then
I wish we could. I wish we could. Yeah. Very easy to talk to you.
Stop. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.